problem solving, and I've spent 20 years trying to be creative in problem solving, and I felt like it would be a good tool set to kind of bring to the table. Plus, the need to be able to interact with people in art really, I think, lends itself well to being successful in medicine. Because they say that about 70% of diagnosis comes from that initial conversation you have with the patient. It's not just testing. Testing confirms our suspicions, but it doesn't necessarily give us a diagnosis. We hopefully will have a diagnosis in mind when we're doing our testing. That's not always the case. Sometimes you have to fish a little bit. I think that fishing process too is very similar to the art world, where you're kind of throwing different ideas around, and sometimes what seem like failures to begin with end up being successes. It's not quite the same in medicine. The failures don't always turn into successes, but you learn from those failures, and the next patient becomes the person that maybe you come up with a successful approach to.